Next game up here, we got, to refresh the page, Vikings at Chargers, and the Vikings actually win this game. Whoa, they went 27-20 out here, and they got it done. So I guess we give a little bit of credit to this Vikings team for finally winning a game out here. A close game all throughout. Had a little bit of a lead, then they squandered it, but then they just went on this nice kind of 4.5-minute drive to chew up the rest of the clock right there. And, it's kind of crazy that this Vikings team actually closed out a game. Like we said, 4.5 minutes left. They're up 7 points right here in the fourth quarter, and they go down and use all 4.5 minutes so the Chargers don't get a chance. But we did have Dalvin Cook. He did fumble the ball here on one of these runs, ended up getting it back, fell right back on top of it. We've seen this before. We've seen these, Dalvin Cook. We've seen Kirk Cousins turn the ball over in the fourth quarter. Even a couple weeks ago, maybe last week or 2 weeks ago, where the Vikings were trying to close out the game, Dalvin Cook fumbled but got back on top of it. So we're still not buying this Vikings team. We're still seeing the same things over and over, barely closing out games, still turning over the ball when you basically have the game sealed in your hands. So still not buying this Vikings team, but we will give them a little bit of credit for beating the Chargers yesterday 27-20. Let's start here with this Vikings team. Kirk Cousins goes 25 of 37, and Kirk Cousins isn't a scrub. He's got really great stats. They just don't result in a win, so we're really not, focused on Kirk Cousins because, yeah, he has good games, but they don't result in wins. This game resulted into a win, and it was a good game overall. 67% completion percentage. We'll take that. 294 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He did fumble once and lose it. Once again, these players are turnover prone. Kirk Cousins and Dalvin Cook. His fumble came on the second drive, and luckily that the Chargers could not come away with any points on this. And real interesting, 4th and 9 at the Minnesota's 45-yard line, and they punt. Brandon Staley not being as aggressive as he's been. Interesting. I know that's a little bit tough for him to go to. He usually doesn't go for 4th and 9s, but it's in opponent's territory off of a turnover. It's kind of maybe his kind of forte at that point. He didn't take it. Dalvin Cook, 24 carries for 94 yards and a touchdown. No fumbles officially. Did they not count that as a fumble then? I'll go back into the film study, and I might highlight it a little bit later, but I'm pretty sure he fumbled as well, but not officially counted as we see in the stats. So Dalvin Cook, a great running game. Alexander Mattison, 4 carries for 16 yards. Once again, 4 yards a carry. We'll take that. Just didn't get a lot of the workload. And then who was Kirk Cousins throwing to? Justin Jefferson, 9 receptions, 143 yards. Adam Thielen, 5 receptions for 65 yards. So once again, that's never been the issue here with this Vikings team of Kirk Cousins not going to his weapons. They finally get a win right here. Dalvin Cook, 3 catches, 24 yards. Alexander Mattison, 1 catch, 24 yards. Chris Herndon, 1 catch, 14 yards. CJ Ham, 3 catches, 13 yards. Tyler Conklin, 3 catches, 11 yards, and 2 touchdowns. All right, and then on the Chargers side, Justin Herbert not looking as really good as he's been ever since the bye, unfortunately. Justin Herbert goes 20 of 34. We got 58% completion percentage, nothing good right there. 195 yards on 20 completions, a little bit of dink and dunk, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Let's see where this interception came, and it came in the second quarter, and it went for 7 points. Vikings go down and take it for a touchdown, and they lose by 7 points. That's 7 points right there. So little unfortunate here by Justin Herbert, and we do see him, kind of regularly throw an interception or two. So this is not out of, what we see on a little bit of a regular basis here by Justin Herbert. And then Austin Eckler, 11 carries for 44 yards. Really never got the running game going or anything consistent like that. Justin Herbert ran the ball twice for 22 yards as well. And then who was Justin Herbert throwing to? We had Keenan Allen, 8 catches for 98 yards. Mike Williams, 4 catches, 33 yards. Once again, Justin Herbert always utilizes his weapons. So, once again, no cause for concern here. That much for the Chargers of losing this game. Donald Parham, 1 catch, 17 yards. Josh Palmer, 3 catches, 22 yards. Austin Eckler, 3 catches, 15 yards and a touchdown. And Jared Cook, 1 catch for 10 yards. Alrighty, and then the Chargers just unfortunately lose this game. They got a little bit behind. The defense couldn't shut down the Vikings. And like we said, the last 4.5 minutes, the Vikings were able to run out the clock. Do we have the fourth down conversions here? They got fourth down conversions as they have third down efficiency. Chargers at a 41% third down efficiency. Doesn't say how many times they went for it on fourth down. I don't think they really went for it that many times on fourth down. I don't think they were that aggressive this time around. I don't think there was many instances where they could go for it on fourth down in solid range. 4th and 4 at Minnesota's 27-yard line. That's when they take the field goal when they're down 3-0. So they're not that aggressive and they lose the game. Maybe that's what Brandon Staley needs to do. Maybe the aggressiveness was winning him all those games. Interesting. Here they weren't that aggressive and they lose by 7 here. So maybe that's their game. Maybe our knock was really what they should be doing. Maybe they shouldn't listen to us. Maybe. Let's not get crazy, folks, of not listening to us, but we'll keep an eye on it as we progress for the back end of the season. We just really crossed over onto the middle part, the second half of the season, if you will. So now we're starting to see our teams cleaning up what they did, all the mistakes in the first half of the season. In the second half, we just got our kind of first glimpse here, and maybe this Vikings team is finally starting to win these games because they really were competitive all through the first half of the season. Now we're kicking it into the back end, and they just got their first win. So we'll see. Maybe this is the time to start buying this Vikings team in the back end of the season when they've got everything kind of under their feet. They know how to win now. We'll keep a close eye on this Vikings team as we progress, but they get the nice win here, 27-20.